Hello everybody, it's Armorek here, your friendly and ridiculous streamer slash content creator. In today's video, we're gonna talk about Diablo 3's upcoming PTR for the season 29. But before that, be sure to click that subscribe button and also like the video if you enjoy the content and wish to see more, because it's helping me a lot. Let's dive into it. First and foremost, the PTR is starting on August 15th, which is today. I'm filming this video today. So later on tonight, my time is gonna be around 5 or 6 o'clock probably. This is Central European time. I guess it's my assumption that the PTR will start, and it's going to be till the end of August 29th. The season probably is gonna launch in the beginning of September, start to the middle of September, something like that. And also, some sources say that this is gonna be the last Diablo 3 season, like Riker, for example. This is his video about this topic. Also, Rax said this in his video. I found this this article here that says the final season of D3. So yeah, what does this mean is there will be further seasons, but they're gonna repeat the content that they've already introduced before, which means we'll have a new another Double Goblin season, for example, or another Ethereal season or whatever. But they're gonna repeat the seasonal teams, and they'll no longer support the live service of the game. So the season 29 is the last time we have a fresh and new seasonal team, and updates and balances and everything. But one change that is gonna be in the repeating seasons for the future is that the author of rights apparently will come back in season 30. This was said by Adam Fletcher on Twitter, aka X. So it's confirmed that the author of rights will come back, but not in season 29. We won't have it in season 29, in season 30 and in the future. So this is interesting. First I heard about that. I thought that they're gonna introduce it from season 29, but now it's a little bit disappointing, let's say, for me, because you'll see further in the topic, in the conversation about the new updates, the character power won't be that high anymore. Anyways, let's see now the details and the focus of the PTR are the Soul Found mode, brand new mode from the developers, great news. And also we have the seasonal team, of course, class balance changes, and this is explaining the PTR. We have increased experience, blood shards, and the blood shards are used in a special vendor only for the PTR to buy bags with important materials, items, and so on, so you can progress into the end game fast and test all of the new mechanics and introductions to the season and everything. There are some tips, of course, from the developers. I will leave you a link down of this article so you can see it and read it by yourself. Let's dive into the self-found mode, brand new to Diablo 3. A lot of people asked for this for 10 years, I guess. I haven't been around that long ago, but from the past few years that I'm listening a lot of news and catching up with the community and all of the information that is coming out and the feedback and all those stuff. A lot of people wanted this soul self-found. For me, especially, it's very good because I play solo every season, 90% of my Diablo 3 hours are as a solo player, and I appreciate this mode very much, because you can see here they said there will be a specific leaderboard for the Soul Self-Found mode, which means only players that play by themselves, not partying up with other players and playing GRs together, farming rats, for example, which means very high GRs, very fast paced for minute and a half max, and you gain tremendous amounts of experience, a lot of loot, and also the bounty farming now, it's gonna be much tougher for the Soul Self-Found players, because they gonna put some time into it, and this results in less primal items, of course, and everything will be equal now between the soul players and the soul leaderboard. I hope I hope Blizzard didn't mess this up, and I pray there aren't any hackers that are gonna destroy this leaderboard, especially because I'm willing to try and participate for the first time in the leaderboards of Diablo 3. But yeah, this is a great change. A lot of people asked for that. Is it a little bit too late? Probably, but I guess better late than never. And another question is, so SSF in D4? I hope SSF is coming to Diablo 4 soon, in the upcoming season 2, 3, 4, something like that. Well, 4 is far ahead, but anyways. We have, of course, a new seasonal team. It's called Visions of Enmity. Let's read here what it says. The nefarious machinations of Burning Hell have permeated every corner of Sanctuary, warping reality in the process. This disturbance has given way to Visions of Enmity, pocket dimensions that are accessed by stepping through diabolical fissures. Okay. So this sounds a little bit familiar. Something like this, for example. But anyways, yeah, a lot of stuff in the dispatch notes smells like Diablo 4 and the launch of the game, and after that, Season 1. This particularly here sounds very similar to me, because it's in the open world. I didn't saw that these fissures, this is a fissure, I guess a diabolical fissure, those portals, and once you enter them, you're gonna find yourself in this kind of situation, for example. But as I understand it, it's starting from level 1, and you can encounter this by slaying demons in the open world. So this won't happen in GRs? I don't know, probably not. And it must be a very high experience value, because the GRs are much far ahead from any other activity that we have in Diablo 4, in terms of experience. Diablo 3, of course, in terms of experience. But it sounds interesting. I hope they're gonna be random, because this is a very tight space, slightly similar to the Echoing Nightmares, where we have a room which is filled with hordes of enemies, and they're respawning, and it's happening more rapidly, and it's more chaotic for every second that you're in the Echoing Nightmare. This one should be something slightly different. I imagine you find a fissure, and you enter this triple boss fight. We have the Butcher, we have Perdition, and Stolesinger. And in this tight space here, it's very hard. If you're not powerful enough, it's gonna be absolute butchery. Anyways, another thing that I imagine is entering a GR or entering a vault super randomly. You're level 1, go out, kill 10 enemies, and you open a fissure, boom, go into the vault. Or the Wonderland, the Rainbow Land, of Diablo 3. And some other, or an Echoing Nightmare, for example, or open a GR or whatever, or you can go and fight the Ubbers. We never know, and everything is boosted XP. That's in my mind when I read the patch notes and thought about it for the past few days, because yeah, they came up 4 days ago. But we'll see. It's probably going to be interesting. Also, there's a possibility to spawn an additional fissure into the vision that you've entered already. So this is interesting. And also they're adding monster affixes. I guess this is strictly only for the visions of enmity. When you enter a vision, you have a chance to encounter enemies with these 3 very powerful debuffs. Very powerful debuffs. And these debuffs are smelling like D4 again. Let's read them. Creates an area of effect around the monster that reduces the player's movement speed, 65% movement speed reduction, and 50% cooldown reduction. Oh my god. Okay. And if the player is in the vicinity of the monster, which means in his surroundings, I assume. So this sounds like a very annoying suppressor mob from Diablo 4. Very annoying suppressor mob. Okay. Another one, Necrotic. The player's healing is reduced by 65%. That doesn't sound well, right? Let's continue reading. Monsters have a damage over time effect that deals 180% of the player's maximum health over 30 seconds. Okay, this doesn't sound well. And this can be removed if you're above 95% life. So you can avoid this one, but if you somehow get below the 95% value, I assume you're gonna die immediately. This is only my assumption. We'll see how this works. But again, the Diablo 4 vibe that I have here is the backstabbers, which the devs removed with the recent patch, but they were able to do 150% increased damage when you attack you from behind. And here we have some healing nerfs, and they're gonna do damage over time 180%. Oh my god. I mean, you can't escape, man. You just can't escape. And the last one is Resource Leech. Oh my goodness. This is the same thing, but it's 65%, man. You go in, you lose everything. You can't attack. You need to use a generator or anything else. And imagine entering this small area, which we visit through when we play the campaign of the game. It's in Act 5. Almost in the end, when we enter the Pandemonium Fortress to find Mateo. This platform here is basically the platform where it destroys the gates of the Pandemonium Fortress so we can enter it. And it's very, very small space. This is exactly the space that you can see here. There is no more space to maneuver here. And to encounter these 3 bosses, in every one of them to have one of these. 3 bosses with these 3 affixes. What the hell do you do? I mean, they can do a checkmate by adding another affix which nerfs the damage, and we're gonna be checkmate here. I'm just kidding, but yeah, this is very, very strange for me to add these annoying, super powerful debuffs for the players. And yeah, I'll try test this on the PTR tonight and see are they working properly or not. I'm using my gut here to understand it. I'm not using mathematics and whatever more in-depth data. Basically, this is the seasonal team, and those were the changes about the Soul Self-Found mode. For the next topic, we need to dive into the game. Let's go. Here we are back in the game, and this is the Paragon not board, but the Paragon user interface. And so at that point of the game, in this state of the game, we have the opportunity to have 200 in offensive, defensive, and utility portions here, and segments. And in every one of these options, you can use 50 points maximum and spread the 200 that way, as you can see in everywhere. And here, these two, the movement speed and the max resource, is also capped at 50, and these two are infinite. And the thing that Blizzard did is they capped the Paragon to be maximum of 800. This over 2k Paragon won't be possible anymore, which means we'll have 200 in every single menu here. And doing this above 200 won't be possible. And this will result in big drop of power. As you can see here, we have 2k damage and 14k main stat. 2 million damage. This is 2 million, sorry. If I remove this from my main stat, I have 7k, just twice. It's less, a lot, 7k less essentially, which is a lot, and double damage nerf, 1 million damage. So yeah, pushing higher GRs is gonna be a problem, but this is what Blizzard did, and we're gonna do less damage. But another thing is, when you have the choice to, for example, put 200 in here but nothing in there because you don't have enough points, it's gonna result in, for example, you want to do more speed content, you boost your movement speed and more attack speed and cooldown and more resources, for example, and nerf your damage a little bit in life. And if you're pushing, you do the opposite. I mean, push more of these life armor resistance categories and the area damage, for example, for more damage overall, and of course criticals, and put less points into the other, like movement speed and cooldown, for example. It depends on the build, and this is another D4 vibe that I have. Your choices matter. You know this this saying from the developers of Diablo 4. Your choice will matter, and now this is coming to Diablo 3. Okay, happy last season. So yeah, this is the change. I'm not very happy about it, honestly. I liked the infinite grinding, but a lot of people were not happy about the infinite grinding and the Paragon system in Diablo 3 overall. And basically, yeah, it's very simple, very... I don't have a word to explain the Paragon system in this game, but this change is gonna be more interactive with the players, so probably is gonna make the game slightly more interesting in terms of creating your character based on the Paragon points you earn. And max Paragon 800. Another thing for me is that maxing out Paragon won't be a great thing for a lot of people, because there is a case that you won't find your items in time before you reach this max level, and in this case you don't earn any power above this 800 cap, and at the same time you still need to grind for items. Like in Diablo 4 is happening something similar, because the itemization there is very tough. You're never able to find the items you're searching for, and you hit 100 but your build is still not completed, and what do? You still grind, but you earn nothing for this. I mean, hoping to find an item which is very rare there. In D3, this is not that bad, because finding items here and improving your build is very much easier than Diablo 4. So despite hitting this cap here, probably we'll be able to build our characters easily. Those are the concerns that I have, taking off that power from the characters, and especially when you see somebody playing a 3, 4, 5k Paragon character, I mean, it's cool. It's just cool to be able to show the people how much time you invested in the game. And now this is not happening, but from other perspective, this is not that bad, because people are gonna play this season for a few days, which is gonna be absolutely enough to max out your character, as well, if you have enough chance to find the best in slot items and from them to be good. But yeah, you'll be able to find the items anyways. It's not that tough. But yeah, playing it for a few days, it's absolutely enough to build up your character properly. And basically, I think this is one of the reasons they tried this, and another one is just to feel the grass, and how this is gonna result in the community when you do such big changes. So let's see. I'm intrigued to see how this is working. Probably it's not that bad. The next thing that they changed, this is some monsters changes in the Greater Rifts. They're removing Toxic Lurkers for Vile Swarms and Dark Berserkers for Savage Beasts. So the Toxic Lurkers are the big spiders that they're valuable but hard to kill, and they're not chasing you. They're just standing still, man. They don't move to attack you that rapidly. If you go further away, they just lose you and don't chase you, which is a problem in pushing. They're like stuck in their own webs. Another reference to Diablo 4, when you fight little spiders there and they immobilize you with their webs and you're stuck in place. Well, the Toxic Lurkers are doing something similar. Anyways, I'm just kidding, but Vile Swarms are great, probably one of the best mob types, easy to kill, follow you everywhere, and not dangerous at all, and very valuable in terms of greater XP or whatever, to fill your progress bar. A lot of progression from them. Dark Berserkers are also valuable, but they're dangerous because they're very tanky, tough to kill, and they smash a lot with their hammers, big smashers. This attack is dangerous, and they're not much desirable mob type. Blizzard introduced them in the Oryx Dream Greater version, which people weren't very happy about it. And I can see why. I mean, it's better to play Vile Swarms, and there are other very nice mob types that are not that dangerous, not very tanky, and give you even more progression. The Savage Beasts are not... These are the Chargers, the Charger Bulls. The Chargers themselves are very dangerous. They can one-shot you, but if you miss that mechanic, they're not that dangerous. And I believe they have a lot of health. Not sure about these, definitely, but the Vile Swarms are a great change. For the Monk, we have the Flying Dragon indicator icon already in place, finally, actually, because a lot of people were asking for this for the past 2 seasons, I guess, and before we had an indicator, people were playing with an open inventory so they can see if their damage is doubled, because the Flying Dragon essentially has a chance to double your damage in your next attack, and when this happens, your damage number here is doubled. But since we didn't have such an icon like this one to indicate this, people were playing this with open inventories and while pushing and fighting bosses. Now this is resolved. The next change is about the Monk again, and it revolves Tempest Rush. What we were doing is holding your button for the Tempest Rush and moving everywhere. But apparently there was a bug when you put your mouse under your character, it was eating your stacks, which is weird, because there is no reason for this to happen, and also the stacks are very important for your damage output. Now this is resolved as well. I'll show you. There it is. Moving your mouse underneath the character. While Tempest Rushing, flurry stacks should no longer reset randomly. Why were they resetting? Nobody knows. So another change here for the Necro. They are removing the rat runs. I mentioned the rat runs before. Essentially, your simulacrums won't spawn your skeletal mages anymore, because the simulacrum used to duplicate your secondary skill, and the secondary skills for the necromancers are skeletal mages, blood nova, and bone spear. Now they won't replicate skeletal mages anymore, and this is gonna nerf the rats a lot. And also the Requiem Seraplate is was apparently bugged, and it was stacking a lot of essence from consuming corpses with Devour. Now this essence generation won't be that rapid, and it will be harder to build your essence. And your essence is important because your skeletal mages were eating all of your essence to be spawned, and with the simulacrums you spawn 8 I believe maximum. You're able to have 10 with one click. If you have simulacrums, you spawn 10 skeletal mages, and if you have they do more damage based on your essence. You need maximum essence, like 600 was around 600 was the capacity here, and they're doing more damage, and they're taking all of your resource for the spawn. And now you spawn less skeletal mages and refund your essence back harder. It will be harder to be refunded. So yeah, this is a big nerf for the rats. Another miscellaneous here, some other changes. We won't be doing set dungeons anymore. Great change. Instead, echoing nightmares. Okay, fine, to complete the seasonal journey. No more set dungeons. Cool. That's a good change, easing the people, because set dungeons are hard, and a lot of people didn't like them at all, actually. So this is a good change. Some change here with Hamlin. I'm not familiar with this one. Probably something in party play. Nobody knows. Just kidding. I'm not familiar with this issue here. The corrupted angels. These are flying mobs, angels, tall ones with sight. They were wielding sights, and they were able to crit. They have one very powerful super attack, which was charging towards you and essentially flying through you very fast. This was able to crit you and one-shot you essentially. Now this is resolved. The damage is normal, same as the normal attacks, which is perfect. We have checkpoints for battlefields and boneyards. Okay, nice. No reason to have checkpoints for every other map but these two. Now we have, this is the graveyard. Now we have checkpoints there, which means if you die and reset to a checkpoint, you go now to the beginning of battlefields, not to the beginning of the previous map. This is a great change. And also there are some strategies while pushing, but I'm not much in depth with these ones, and I'm not gonna speak about them right now. Removing some maps. Oh my god. No more Corvus, no more caves. Corvus was atrocious because it's very it's like a big labyrinth, and you need to open doors, and it's there are no big open rooms to fight a lot of monsters, and they were very annoying. Of course, the caves as well. Tight, narrow, no big rooms. So it's a nice change. Well, we're stuck with the keeps, but at least the keeps you don't need to click the doors every time. Well, you need to destroy them, but most of the builds are doing this while you're moving. For example, the God DH is just shooting the doors before you even see them. Some changes here for the density in the Oryx Dream, only in Oryx Dream, for the Desolate Sands and the Shrouded Moors. This is a big open map, but the density is not that high, especially if the mob type is not very dense itself. It's very desolate. It's a desert. Dead desert. And the Shrouded Moors, I believe the Shrouded Moors were good, and now they're even better. So, but it's only in Oryx Dream. Keep this in mind. Keep that in mind. Okay, some class changes. We have changes for the Crusader, Captain America build buff, cool. Also Vigilant belt, the only belt that can roll cooldown reduction, now also have a legendary power. Previously it doesn't, it didn't have. So we'll have Heaven's Fury Crusader farming, speed farming build back. This is nice. I believe it's a cool build. I've seen it, I've played the Heaven's Fury Crusader, it wasn't that powerful, but now at least for speed farming I guess it's gonna be viable. I hope this is enough, we'll see. Some improvements to the gameplay of the God DH. Now we don't need to shoot our generator every 5 seconds. Oh, actually every second. Now it's 5 seconds, so it's fine, it's better. I didn't mind playing the God DH at its state right now, which is at the moment, but some people had problems with their hands and it was hurting them and whatever, so it's good to have a change which is healthy, basically. Healthy. Bringing back the Hex Chicken Witch Doctor. I've seen this build, it's funny, never played it, it's currently F tier, probably the worst build in the game. But yeah, I mean, it's probably going to be funny to play this one. We shall see, I may try it tonight or tomorrow. Some other bug fixes here, I'll leave you down the link so you can check them out by yourselves. And this is how to participate. I'll show you really quick. You need a Battle.net launcher, the app on your PC. You go to the D3 category here, and here this is the normal servers, Diablo 3 where it's set. This is the live servers, and here is the public test realm. You need to install this, and yeah, that's all basically. When the servers are up, you will be able to enter. And another thing is you have the opportunity to copy your existing characters from the live servers to the public test realm if you don't want to start from scratch. That's fine. The only thing here is if you've played in North America and in Europe, for example, 2 different regions, 2 different servers, you can choose only one of them. For example, copy the characters from Europe, so you use them but won't be able to use the ones in North America. So those are the changes. That's all. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget that I'm streaming on Twitch. Also, for further information for my content, you can follow me on my X, aka Twitter, and also my TikTok. And I'll be waiting you on stream. See you then, videos. Bye.